what are some secret market trends with VeChain that I think you guys should be paying attention to? Now, if you guys been following my channel for any time at all, you guys know that I am big on charts, and what I've been seeing on a lot of these altcoins are falling wedge charts, especially on a higher time frame because they have just been beaten down, especially since March of last year. This is no different with VeChain here. Quite a bit of falling wedges here that are playing out still. Now, the last time I talked about VeChain, I talked about a falling wedge pattern on this weekly time frame, and it broke out back on April 7th, right? That's basically the pivot point of Bitcoin, right? Since, it's been dumping in the beginning of this year. So VeChain has pivoted with Bitcoin here, like a lot of these altcoins would, right? Because Bitcoin is still the driver of this market. And if Bitcoin has more room to pump for this bull cycle, so will these altcoins. I never trade altcoins without a clear understanding of Bitcoin first. That is the first chart I pay attention to. Otherwise, that could really wreck your trades. I have done a more detailed video on Bitcoin earlier today. I will link you guys at the end of this video. I am long on Bitcoin. I am long on quite a bit of the altcoins here. So my opinions on this market are still bullish right now. And of course, these are just my opinions and not financial advice like the entirety of this video. And you should form your own opinions and strategies. Now, let's come back to the VeChain chart here. Falling wedge pattern, price target out of this bigger falling wedge pattern is going to be about 6.2 cents price targets. Price targets are estimates only, okay? There could be more, there could be less. It very much depends on what happens with Bitcoin, because if Bitcoin starts dumping, especially extensively, then that could really wreck your altcoin setups. Now, since the breakout here, VeChain has went up to as far as about 3.3 cents and got rejected. However, there is a double bottom here. I'm still talking about on the weekly time frame. Double bottom here, which is still a bullish pattern that usually breaks to the upside. Neckline would be about 3.3, 3.4 cents neckline. This price target for this double bottom would be almost 5 cents. Okay. Now I talked about a falling wedge pattern that is a sub pattern of the double bottom. Price target was 2.9 cents after the breakouts. VeChain basically has met that price target. So let's clear up some of these trend lines here. And it has formed another falling wedge pattern since it has met that smaller falling wedge pattern target, okay, and it is on another falling wedge pattern right now. Price target here would be about, if it breaks out by this point, for example, price target would be about 3.25 cents, right? So that's basically what I'm seeing for VeChain. Let's take a look on the smaller time frame. I do want to mention that there may have been some patterns I invalidated because they either been invalidated or the price targets have been met since the last time I talked about VeChain. Now, there on this 4-hour time frame, there looks like is a double bottom pattern here that is playing out right now. And the neckline of this double bottom pattern would be about 2.25 cents price neckline. Smaller price target here is going to be about 2.4 cents VeChain. So this is basically what I'm looking at for VeChain on a high level down to a smaller time frame. Let me know if you guys want to continue seeing any more of VeChain or any other coins in this market by dropping a like, comment, subscribe. I'll pick a request to do for you guys on a daily basis, and I'll see you on the next one.